This week on Hooligan Nation, do you like show tunes? Do you own a 1980s Rocky movie soundtrack? This record may be for you. Ever wonder why Ace brought Eddie Kramer, Richie Scarlett, and Anton Fig in for Trouble Walking? After this review, you'll know exactly why he did. Stay tuned, because you got
nothing to lose.
You wanted the best. Well, they retired. So you got two dudes in a garage.
Talking KISS.
Welcome to the Hooligan Nation, a KISS-Centric podcast, the podcast where the riffs are loud, but our opinions are louder. I'm Anthony.
I'm Rocco.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Swaying back and forth.
How are you doing today?
Singing yourself a little lullaby?
I am hearing songs in my head.
Oh, which one of your 37 personalities is hearing songs?
No, 39. I got two more.
Oh, did you? You picked up two more this week. Congratulations. Oh, just what I need. What's up, hooligans?
How you doing?
Boy, I don't even know how to say it. We're going to review Frehley's Comet second album, Second Sighting today. I'm scared of how this is going to turn out.
If it was food, I would not go for a second helping.
I think if it was food, I'd spit it out.
It ain't that bad.
But before we get to that, we have news, music we're listening to, and of course, our weekly poll. But first, last episode recap, Big Hair, Bigger Hits, the ultimate 80s hard rock heavy metal retrospective part 3. Father Rocco, take it away. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, I used the wrong hand. I like this one better. Anyway.
All right. Very few of us are switch hitters.
I think it surprised us how much content we were going to have to go through, and we ended up with a couple episodes out of it.
You think?
But you know what? The more it was appropriate, because the way the world has been lately, it makes me really want my mullet back, and I really want to go back to the 80s. It was such a good time. I'm making a joke, but it was such a. I wouldn't change the era that I grew up in for anything.
Well, you can get your mullet back whenever you want.
It would be fake. I don't grow hair like I used to.
It wouldn't be fake. It would be enhanced. You would have an enhanced mullet like I have. Amazon, $9.99, enhanced mullet experience.
I'm
I podcasting is a learning experience, and I kind of try to pride myself in preparation and
Preparation H.
And no, I pride myself in that only when I have a burning sensation down below. But
I couldn't help it.
I know it wasn't. It's not your fault. You got 38 other personalities that are talking in your ear constantly.
39. I got a surprise one for you later.
No, you have 30. Do you have 40 of them total, or do you have
39? No, 39.
Okay, so then you have 38 other personalities that are talking into your ear.
But I already told you I don't like numbers.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. I just feel like an idiot for I had no idea that was going to take as long as it took, and I have no idea why. Looking back at it now, I look at it now and I'm like, oh, this was obvious. At the time, I was like, we'll get this done within 90 minutes, no problem.
Well,
it was
think of all the music.
3 times that long, and I cut out a lot of stuff to get it down to a respectable time.
You know what? We listened to an awful lot of music back then in that decade.
No, we did. Man, we got to like 1985, and it was flying everywhere. There were albums flying at every direction to me. News! You got any news?
Yeah, I got a couple little things here.
All right. Well, why don't you share them with us?
All right. As you know, I like going on Loudwire and Blabbermouth, so we're gonna go with the first one's from Loudwire.
Shocker.
Dated today from Chuck Armstrong.
Oh, breaking news.
Breaking news, yes. I think you know, and I think you're starting to become one too. Youngblood, I'm starting to become a big fan of Youngblood. I like him as a showman. And he's really paying homage to the bands and you know, the bands and the stars that we've followed growing up to. With all the Aerosmith stuff that he's doing, Ozzy and stuff. But there's an interview with him today about the authenticity, success, and connection with rock legends interview. His quote, to just give you an idea, I've been on such a wild journey since I was 19 years old. To be working with people that I had on my wall as a kid, it's just wild. And another little thing on there that's part of the article, which I thought was very interesting, is his connection and friendship with Kelly Osbourne. They've been friends a long time, and it's a really interesting read, and I recommend it. And that, again, that's on Loudwire, and that was out today.
The only thing
And
that I can add to Youngblood is it's pretty obvious that this is his 15 minutes of fame. It's very important what he does with those 15 minutes, because I think if he makes the right moves, he's the future of
Agreed.
the hard rock music scene.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? He's going to have a lot of support from our people, from our bands, and from our, you know what I mean?
And I have this feeling that if he pushes all the right buttons, or if his people push all the right buttons, he may be able to parlay that into bringing that kind of music back into the mainstream. You know, like
That would be cool as hell.
MTV, the Grammys, like that kind of stuff. He might be able to squeak that in, because to me, the and nobody ever talks about this, and I think for obvious reasons, but the real big reason why they're not on any national shows is because they're all old.
Mm,
That's the reason why, and you're
he's breathing new
looking.
life.
Well, you're looking for the 18 to I can't remember. It's like 18 to 54-year-olds. And you know, as a whole, you can't put 70-year-olds up on the stage and expect all the 18 to 54-year-olds to tune in.
Right.
Young blood is young blood. He's new blood.
Second bit of news, it's a quick one. It's not really completely new news. It's been hinted for a long time, but it's official now. Stryper announces a long-awaited Christmas album, The Greatest Gift of All. There's 10 songs on it. To celebrate the announcement, the band shared a new single, Winter Wonderland. So all the Stryper fans out there, the Christmas album that they've hinted for a long time is officially coming out. And
Yeah,
that's my news.
I love Stryper, but it's going to be really hard for me to get excited about a hard rock heavy metal Christmas album. And I'm probably not going to listen to it at all. Although this podcast may force me to listen to it, which is a good thing. So I might listen to it because we may have to talk about it. But if we didn't, I would never listen to it. I think Twisted Sister has a Christmas album out. I never listened to it.
I like Christmas music, so come Christmas time, I'm sentimental. So I would want to hear something if there's anything good at it on it. I would probably listen to it.
I just don't want to hear Dee Snider sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, well, Stryper may do a better job of it, I think. I don't know.
No, I respectfully disagree, but well, I guess we'll find out. My news. Sammy Hagar has announced his 2026 Vegas residency. He will do 2 residencies during 2026 as of right now. I believe he will do one in May, and he will do another one in September, which is utterly amazing for a 78-year-old, number one. Number two, I think it's completely ingenious. It's something that we talk about all the time. At least I think we talk about it all the time on this podcast. Is these artists who are getting older are finding the smart way to do this, and that's go to Vegas and have everybody come to you.
Right. Travel
And
gets old after a
if
while.
if that's what keeps somebody like Sammy Hagar out there, I'm all for it. I mean, I can understand being 78 years old and being like, yeah, I don't want to travel to 200 places in a year to do 200 different shows.
You
And
know
and
what?
he's not doing, I mean, he might be doing 10 shows the first time and then 10 the second time, maybe. So it's a lot less shows, but you still have, 20 or so opportunities to take a vacation to Vegas and go see Sammy Hagar. Next, gotta talk about Aerosmith with Yungblud. They put out the first single, My Only Angel. God, I like it.
It's good.
I like it. It I get the 1980s vibe. It's got like that 1987, 1988 Aerosmith vibe out of it. The vocals by both Steven Tyler and Yungblud, I think, are great. And once again, hey, good for Yungblud.
Hey,
Good
you know
for
what? Not for
Yungblud.
and good for Aerosmith. You can see it's like rejuvenated Steven Tyler even more now. Like he's having a blast with the kid.
A couple other things. Ozzy Osbourne's documentary, Ozzy Osbourne Coming Home, has been rescheduled for release on October 7th and will be aired on Paramount Plus in the United States. For anybody that was looking forward to that, Paramount Plus is where you're going to be able to see it. This is one that you, Father Rocco, will appreciate as much as I did. And I don't have a lot of information on this. I don't know why, but I just kind of came across this morning. Our little demon, Gene Simmons, came out and bitch slapped Roger Waters for his remarks about Ozzy Osbourne.
All right. Get him, demon.
I said when you brought that news up a couple weeks ago, I said I hoped that artists came out and bitch slapped him. And I believe that Gene was the first and only one.
Really? Only
that
one?
I can't find anything else. And there's very little information about this. He was supposedly at a meet and greet where he was asked about it, and he made the comments. He made some comments about it, and I don't remember exactly what the comments were, but I'm looking for a video to see the statement, but I can't find it yet. So let's call this a developing story for now. And hopefully there's more to come on this.
Well, I'm glad somebody's standing up for it. That's good.
I'm glad it's our little demon that
Yeah.
I mean, people could argue this, but I think Gene is bigger than Roger Waters. And I think Roger Waters.
I don't think that's debatable.
Okay. Well, I think Roger Waters needed to get stepped on like a little ant. And the monster, Gene Simmons, stepped on him.
And you know what? I don't know if you remember the comment that Jack Osborne said. I think he's right though. The only way he gets attention is by vomiting stuff out of his mouth these days. Anyway, so he's getting the attention he wants, or he's getting attention.
You know how you can deter that? You can deter that from somebody like Gene Simmons bitch slapping him in the press. Shut up.
To me, Roger Waters is a guy who can't get out of his own way. It was the stupidest comment you could ever make.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think if all those KISS Army fans and all those Hooligan Nation fans, if you really want to get back at Roger Waters for the hurtful, hateful things that he said about Ozzy Osbourne, you should slide over to hooligannation.com, which is right above us, and you should get yourself a Hooligan Nation drink container or t-shirt or sweatshirt or other fun little things that we have there. I think that's what you should do because I have a feeling that that's really going to piss Roger Waters off, and that's what we're trying to do here.
Yes. Absolutely.
To you, Roger Waters. And one more thing for you, Roger Waters. Let's see if the algorithm can get that.
And for the record, we still love Pink Floyd music, but Roger Waters is kind of a douche.
Yeah. I love Pink Floyd. I do. I look, this goes for a lot of things. Like I don't attach the individual to the music or the
Right.
movie
Right.
or the team or the sporting event. Like I can't get myself all wrapped up in that. Music we're listening to. What you got?
Yeah, I got quite a bit. Well, it's two things.
You got quite a bit. Two things.
Well, two things, but the second one's got a lot to it. I've been listening to Metallica, Ride the Lightning. I went to the gym this morning and I was listening to that. It's a great album to listen to while you're working out. And I was listening to AC/DC Back in Black. And me and you constantly go over albums that we think are 100%, like that don't have a bad song on them. This album we're going to review at some point. I've been listening to it like crazy, trying to find a song I don't like, and there's none. They got 4 singles on the album that were released. Shook Me All Night Long, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, Back in Black, and Hell's Bells. That's the singles. They also have on there Have a Drink on Me, Shake a Leg, Shoot the Thrill. And this was one of the first like heavy rock albums that I ever got into. And it brings me back. It's such a good album.
First and foremost, I think Hell's Bells is one of the all-time songs, period. What I got from music is the aforementioned, big word there, can't spell it, the aforementioned Aerosmith with Yungblud, My Only Angel, Hooligans. If you haven't listened to it yet, give it a couple minutes and listen to it. I think it's really good, personally. And what I just found today was Gary Hoey and Lita Ford just released the single, You Know I Would. And I really like it. It's Gary Hoey on guitar and Lita Ford on guitar and vocals. And
I got a question.
high five.
I got a question.
Uh,
Who's Gary Hoey?
He's a guitar player. He's been
okay.
around 100 years. I don't have particulars on him, but
The dude's 100 years old?
Hooligans, you see what I have to put up with here? Really, somebody toss him peanuts or something, will you? Anyway, the song's name is You Know I Would. I think it's a pretty good song. I think one of the coolest things about this is that Lita Ford is roughly, I think she just turned 67 years old, and she's still putting out new music. You know what time it is?
It's poll time!
It's poll time, and you know what that means. Our weekly polls can be found on our community tab and on our Facebook group. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, slide over there, hit that join button, and we will approve you. I promise. Are you ready for this week's question?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to format questions that will create a close race. And this week, I believe this was the closest that we've ever had. The question was, with both Vinnie Vincent and Gene Simmons making separate appearances on the weekend of October 24th in the great state of New Jersey, if you were going to go and had to choose to meet only one of them, who would you choose? Father Rocco, what do you think?
This is going to surprise you.
No, I don't think it's going to surprise me because I'm looking at the numbers and
Oh, I thought you were asking me where I would go.
No, I'm asking you.
I've seen Gene a lot. Vinny's an enigma. I would go to see Vinny.
I agree with you. I voted for Vinny, and I voted for Vinny just because of the clown show. I was thinking about buying the tickets, and I'm like, oh, hell no, I ain't buying the tickets. We're buying tickets there because no one can tell me that Vinny's going to show up until the day he's supposed to show up. So, I mean, I would go anyway just to meet Richie Scarlett, just in case he might want to come on the Hooligan Nation podcast, because I know that would get me brownie points with Kelly if we get Richie Scarlett on this podcast.
And you got a story to tell him anyway, that he see if he remembers.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think the Hooligans said?
I think the Hooligans are going to say Vinnie Vincent too.
You know, you are locked in. You are locked into this poll. I don't know that you've ever been wrong, but this is close.
Wow.
Gene Simmons comes in at 48%, and Vinnie Vincent came in at 52%.
Ooh.
That was the closest one I think that we have ever had.
Wow. That is really neck and neck. I think it's crazy that it's at the same exact time.
I think it's crazy that it's 2 miles apart.
Do you think they're talking? Like the two of them are like,
No, I don't think they're talking. I do not. Look, if I was Gene Simmons at his age, after dealing with Vinny on and off for what, 30, 40 years, if I was Gene Simmons, my first thought would be, I ain't got to deal with this clown anymore. I'm not going to deal with him. Battleborn is a collaborative effort among like-minded individuals and organizations intent on repairing and restoring people who have served our country. We do this by delivering a unique level of support and guidance to those servicemen and women who have emotional and psychological wounds. We provide support directly and indirectly in collaboration with others in our community who value those who have served this nation and its communities. For more information, go to wearebattleborn.com. Father Rocco, are you ready?
I am ready.
Frehley's Comet Second Sighting. Oh boy, I can't wait. Frehley's Comet Second Sighting was released on May 24th, 1988. It was recorded at Media Sound Recording Studio in New York City. It's 42 minutes and 11 seconds long in length, and the label was Atlantic/Megaforce. The producer, very important, Frehley's Comet, Scott Mabuchi, John and Marcia Zazula, and the legendary Eddie Trunk. Personnel on the record, also very important. If there was a test at the end, I would give you a hint that this will be on the test. Ace Frehley, guitars, lead, and backing vocals. Tod Howarth, guitars, keyboards, lead, and backing vocals. John Regan, bass guitar, backing vocals. And Jamie Oldiger, drums and backing vocals. Unfortunately, I don't even think this sniffed. Yes, it did. Number 81 on the U.S. Billboard 200. Did not go gold. Probably still hasn't gone gold. And I think that's all I got, which means that Stevie Wonder, you can take the wheel.
My overall take before we get into the songs, I was actually pretty disappointed in some ways, but there's some good stuff, but we'll go through it in each song. But the first song is Insane.
There is some good stuff on this record, especially that like 3 seconds between each song. You know what I'm talking about? That complete silence. Oh, it's great.
No, there's some good stuff. Anyway.
Okay.
So Insane, Ace and Gene Moore did the writing. Ace does the singing, pounding drums into a bass and a cool riff. I like Ace's vocal. I enjoy the bridge into the chorus, pretty decent flow. And I like Ace. Ace has a little flavorful solo in it. So I don't totally. It's not a Skippy song for me.
No matter how many times we do this, I love when things happen like this. Number one, probably the best song on the album. No, not probably. It is absolutely, for me, the best song on the album. I can't figure out exactly why, but I love the guitar solo.
Yeah, we both nailed that one.
And other than that, it goes south from there.
You didn't like the chorus? I thought the bridge and the chorus had a nice flow
No,
to it.
I like the whole song. I like the whole song. For that matter,
Oh, you mean songs go south from there?
yeah, for that matter, I like the music video also because there were videos for Insane, which was released as a single. And also, I believe there's a video for It's Over Now, which was also released as a single.
Song number 2.
Oh, I can't wait.
Time Ain't Running Out.
Oh, it's running out.
This is all Tod Howarth on this.
Oh, yeah.
Right. He does the singing, he does the writing. Um, there's no way to get around it. It's super keyboard heavy in the beginning and in the middle, in most of the song. It's a middle of the road. I can't get into it. There's weird pauses. That the weird pause there, it's almost like a stop and start kind of song. There's moments where it's like I can get into it, and then it does a weird pause. It's kind of a weird song.
Hooligans. I'm going to preemptively apologize for all you freaky Ace maniacs that Ace can do no wrong. You're going to be butthurt after this, and you're probably going to need a Tux medicated pad.
Now, that being said, I don't think Ace is very proud of this album.
Oh, I would hope not.
This song is a Skippy peanut butter song. I skip it.
Chunky.
Chunky.
Yeah. You know, I got to say this first and foremost. I love Tod Howarth's voice, generally speaking.
Yeah, he's got a good voice.
But this sounds like it should be on the soundtrack of a 1980s Rocky movie. This is a time capsule into what was wrong with music in 1988. It had just gone too far.
Yeah.
Way too many keyboards. Way too many, and unfortunately, it gets worse. Next.
The next one, I don't have a lot on this one. It's a cover. It's a Street Heart cover. Street Heart, Ace, and Dana Strum. Ace does the singing. The only thing I put on here is Decent Jam. I didn't really have much else to say about it.
I have a feeling that when I say this, everybody is going to see what direction I'm going in. This sounds a little bit like something that would intro an episode of Miami Vice. Too much synth, too much keyboards, although I think this is Ace's most adventurous guitar solo with all kinds of crazy tricks and sounds all over the place. But it's terrible.
Yeah,
it's just terrible.
Yeah, I couldn't even give Ace. I couldn't even get into it to really enjoy his guitaring in it. I just, yeah, like I said,
I was
put Decent
grasping
Jam.
for things that I could like.
That's why I put Decent Jam, because I didn't know what else to really say on that one.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
This was work to do this.
Next song that we got here, the fourth song, It's Over Now. It's all Tod again, Tod Howarth, singing and writing. I like the vibe of the song. His vocal is cool to me. It's a very drama-filled song, but I kind of dig it a little. There's a very cool melodic solo, perfect like Ace. Ace is a chef on this song. To me, his solo is perfectly placed in the song, which in some ways really make it a decent groove.
I really wish the Hooligans could experience this. When we separately do our album reviews and then we sound like the same person. and we don't sound like the same person because I can see that I'm going to be much harder on this.
Yeah.
than you are.
I definitely tried to give some love on these songs.
You're much more of a nicer person because I start out with, it's not a horrible song. Great vocals, perfect guitar sound, and pace. Fits perfectly with the song, but it is absolutely dated. I guess music people would say it has an outdated musical arrangement. But this is why I think you have to choose the best producer possible. And after Ace's or after Frehley's Comet's debut album with Eddie Kramer producing, they cheaped out and didn't bring Eddie Kramer back. And funny enough, for anybody that doesn't remember this and is wondering, guess who comes back for Trouble Walking?
Eddie Kramer.
Eddie Kramer. I think maybe ego and confidence got the best of probably everybody, and they said, "Oh, we can take it from here." No, you can't.
You
No,
think
you can't take it
Eddie
from
Kramer listened to the album?
I think if Eddie Kramer listened to the album, he puked in his
What are
T-shirt.
they doing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. The fifth song I have here, Loser in a Fight. Tod Howarth and John Reagan do the writing. Ace and Tod do the singing. I like the vocals back and forth. It's a very weird. The chorus is high pitched harmony. I kind of like it. Chorus very high pitched harmony, but it kind of works for me. And I do like the vocals back and forth with Ace and Tod. So it's still kind of a middle of the road.
Let's start with the good, shall we?
Joey, good.
I love the trade-off vocal. I didn't really have to say that because you said that. And well, seems like we got one brain. Ace and Todd's voices match and contrast well to me.
Yeah.
But basically, the song sucks. I haven't said this yet, but the drums are thin and flat throughout the album. They sound like an afterthought. The song, along with, in my opinion, the entire album, has no edge, no balls. The only redeeming value in this song is the guitars.
There's also another theme that I have for this album, and I don't know if you've seen it too. This album was rushed. This was thrown together. It was a thrown together, not a lot of quality control.
You know what? I'm sure you're right. I just think this album was doomed from the beginning.
But there's moments, almost like The Elder. There's moments of every song that could have been better. And
yeah,
there's
some songs there's like 3 seconds worth of moments.
Yeah, but it's also dated too. I mean, but
oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. If you dropped, if an alien landed on our podcast and you played 30 seconds of one song, they would say 1988.
That's for sure.
It's almost a parody of the glam metal, hair metal era. It's almost like a parody album.
Yeah.
Like they're purposely going over the top. And I could be wrong from this. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But I think that's the direction that Tod Howarth was going in.
The other thing I want to say is, what this album has done for me? It's made me really excited to when we do Trouble Walking.
I can tell you right now, there is nothing that links Second Sighting to Trouble Walking. Nothing.
Well, that's a good thing.
If you never heard Ace Frehley ever before, and you listen to Second Sighting and you listen to Trouble Walking, you'd swear it's two different people.
All right. So the next song is Juvenile Delinquent, total all Ace. I'm kind of digging the tune. I like Ace's vocal. And I like that the steady riff throughout the song does grab me. So I kind of give this one a thumbs up if I'm Siskel.
I guess that makes me Ebert.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, God, this hurts. I love Ace. And I think I give Ace more grace than any of the other original members. but this song just sucks.
I would
Everything
ask
on
you.
this song is boring.
I would ask you to just listen to the riff again.
Wait, don't jump. I do, however, love the solo. Ace seems to be exploring different sounds and techniques throughout this album, and that came through to me almost almost like Ace was trying to muster up his inner Vinnie Vincent, but with constraint. Like I
That's
this
not that sounds like an oxymoron.
well, what I'm saying is Vinny likes to do all those different crazy sounds on the guitar and the and that's not usually Ace's gig. Actually, I'm not sure that there's another song in the entire history of Ace Frehley, whether with Kiss or without, that Ace produced this kind of guitar technique. It was really one and done, I think. And maybe that's me, but at least for me, that just kept coming through, is that he was exploring different sounds and different techniques, and that's not normally Ace.
What carried for me in the song is the riff. I think riff a good riff can carry me through. So that kind of like I kind of like made it for me in the song. But
I hate the
you're
song.
making me want to listen to it again.
I hate the song. I hate the writing. I I hate the song. I hate the album. I got to be honest. I hate the album. There's a couple things on it where, in a certain point of view, it would be okay, but as a Frehley's Comet album, as a Ace Frehley album, this is simply garbage.
The next song, Fallen Angel, number 7 song. I actually listened. This is the only song I listened to 3 different times because I was really trying to pinpoint a take on this one. It grew on me. The timing was a little bit weird, but I really gave that a lot of listening to, and it's not a skip song for me, but it's also kind of a forgettable song. Like it's not a skip song. If it came on, I wouldn't skip it, but I don't think I'd ever seek it out.
It's so much harder to be you than it is to be me. See how much work it takes to try to be nice?
I'm just trying to be.
When
I'm
you
trying
just decide that, hey, I'm going to be an asshat all day and I'm going to piss Ace Frehley fans off, and the 3 people, and 3 may be a lot, that love this record are really going to hate me, but that's okay. It makes it just so much easier.
I'm just like for me, I'm trying to be as honest as I can, but also identify some of the good in each song. So that's like I said, I don't think I'd ever listen to that or go after that song again. It was one of it stopped me. I had to listen to it 3 different times. It's probably the song I listened to the most on the album.
So you want me to find something nice to say?
No, no.
No, I'm okay with that. Tod Howarth had good hair during this song.
Okay. All right.
Right here is the soundtrack to why grunge came in and destroyed everything. This song is way too sanitized and overproduced. It appears to me, what song is this? Song number?
7, Fallen Angel.
Okay. By the time we got to the 7th song, Fallen Angel, it appears to me as though Tod Howarth was going in his own direction and was being given all the rope, and he used it to hang himself and the band.
All right. The next one is Separate, and I really wanted to separate myself from this song. This is all Ace talk, classic Ace singing talk style song. I put on here won't skip, but I'm not feeling it. It's probably more leaning towards skip because I was going back and forth. This was a tough review. This album was really tough because I was trying to find some positives, and yeah,
And yeah.
I
and-
could. I probably wouldn't. I'd be okay if I never heard the song again.
Okay, you ready for something nice?
Yeah.
I think it's a rougher, edgier song right from the start.
Well, it's classic Ace talking when he does his talk singing thing.
No, but I
That's
think musically it comes across to me as though it's a little rougher, a little edgier.
yeah, it's all John Reagan.
It still sucks. Don't like it. This album should have never seen the light of day. Someone should have said, no, we're not putting this out. Go back in there. Like, we need to clean Ace up. We need what it didn't matter what it took. This album should have hit the cutting room floor because honestly, after Insane, I'm hitting the skip button right till you get back to Insane. I feel like we're reviewing a Peter Criss solo album. Oh, did I say that out loud?
On to song number 9. Uh New Kind of Lover. It's all Todd. I try to be nice. I put middle of the road. Decent jam. Not really a lot for it.
Middle of what road?
Yeah, again, I try to be nice.
Middle of a dirt road with landmines. It's a 1980s show tune to me. God, I hate this song. I'd like to take a mulligan and skip this song. Like, skip it from my memory. There's nothing I like about this song, except when it was over. That hurts. That hurts to say that because Ace is always entertaining, but too much of this album was the Tod Howarth solo album, and apparently he likes movie and TV soundtracks and show tunes. I think this entire album is inflicted with the lack of Ace Frehley, and also when Ace came in, most of the material was garbage. Like, if you ask me, and look, I say this all the time. I'm a fan. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. But if I was to guess, like, Ace stumbled into the recording studio and somebody said, "Hey, we need another song," and he went, "Give me a pen." And in 5 minutes, he just wrote a song. They sound like 5-minute written songs.
There's good music and bad music.
And I don't care who does it.
Doesn't matter.
Love Ace. That shit that we had to listen to is bad. It's bad. It doesn't matter who did it. It's just bad.
That being said, let's finish it up with the instrumental. The acorn is spinning.
Oh, boy.
It's an instrumental talking with people about fixing a fight, heavy riff into a slide, aggressive drums. The acorn is a fighter. There's some cool guitar work. It's a kid from the Bronx. And then I finished up at the very bottom. Very stupid. I thought it was stupid.
I think the goddamn song was an absolute waste of time. I also think that this, folks, is your brain on drugs. It's eccentric, to say the least.
I'll go even one further.
Oh, you will?
It's Rock and Roll Party's brother.
You know what? I can roll with that. I can roll with it. You know what? I never thought I would say something kind about Rock and Roll Party, and I got to double check this. Yep. Here's what I got to say that's kind about Rock and Roll Party. It's almost 4 minutes shorter than this acorn is spinning. Bullshit.
Listen, hooligans, I'm going to just make a statement here. Look, we all love Ace. There's no secret. We all love Ace. And this is a review we did that was not a lot of fun, not a lot of fun to do. Not a really good album from our point of view. Obviously, everybody's got opinions, but this is part of the history or Ace's history with solo stuff. We're going to be getting to Trouble Walking, and hopefully that's gonna leave this one in the dust, and it'll be a distant memory in the second. There won't be a second sighting.
There won't be a second listening either.
That's true.
Stage show, really none to speak of. At the time, Ace was opening up for bigger acts. And when he wasn't, he was playing small club shows. So there really isn't much stage show to speak of. Anyway, live set list. This isn't terrible. Starts the set out with Rip It Out, then Juvenile Delinquent, Something Moved, Cold Gin, Time Ain't Running Out, New York Groove, Shock Me, Guitar Solo, Rock Soldiers, Breakout, Insane, Rocket Ride, Deuce with Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, because I took the set list from the Limelight.
Wow.
Ace played the Limelight.
It's a pizza place now.
Yep. And I thought it was cool that he played at the Limelight.
Wow.
And that Gene and Paul jumped up on stage.
4 times I've been there.
Oh, yes. Oh, the Limelight, the stories that could be told. Not on this podcast, though.
Oh, hell no. No, it's like the nightclub that you've seen in the movies with the girl dancing in the cage. That's what we'll say there. That's where I'll leave it.
Yep, pretty much. Do you have anything that you'd like to add to wrap this puppy up? Because I have quite a bit.
I feel sad for Ace. It's not something you want to have. This is not a kind of album you want to have on your resume.
Oh, I agree with that.
But we all know Ace is much better, and he proves it in the next album that we'll be looking forward to. So that's what I wrap up.
This album, from start to finish, is just wow. Just wow. I now absolutely know why Eddie Kramer and Anton Fig were brought back and why the switch was made from Tod Howarth to Richie Scarlett. I think Richie helps bring edginess to the music. And I think, maybe not on purpose, but, and I'm blaming Tod Howarth for this, and he certainly isn't the only person to blame. You got all these people listed as producers, including Eddie Trunk. Somebody needed to be a babysitter.
Anybody who's been a KISS fan like us for over 40 years, it's no secret that when Ace is motivated, he can make magic. When he's not motivated, it's not good.
No, and the other thing, and I don't know that this. I don't know that this is relevant to today, but I think from the late 70s to the early 90s, I think Eddie Kramer may have understood Ace's music better than Ace. Because
that's actually
he knew how to
encapsulate his sound
and corral Ace and get the most out of Ace and arrange maybe Ace's thoughts, which I imagine would have been useful. Unfortunately, they bring Anton Fig back for Trouble Walking. They bring Richie Scarlett in, which, look, I think Tod Howarth was a great talent. But if I was Ace Frehley, I'd have fired Tod Howarth out of that after that record too. That I don't believe for. I believe if we got Ace on this podcast, that Ace would say, "Yeah, I never wanted to make an album that sounded like that," because it might have sounded good to certain people in 1988, but by 1989, it was dated. I mean, it was an album that just wasn't going to hold up more than 6 months or a year. And like I said earlier, this is anybody that hates grunge music and wonders why grunge came in and destroyed all of our good music from the 80s, just listen to this album, because this is the reason why. It's all fluff. It's all horse shit. It's all synthesizers. It's all keyboards. It's all show tunes. It's all soundtrack music. It just went too far out in left field. And grunge came in and said, yeah, plug that in for me. Okay, we're just going to play. And that's why, look, grunge was a flash in the pan too. Nobody ever talks about that. Like, who's out there making grunge sound today? Nobody. Nobody. The truth of the matter is, and whether you like this statement or not, hair metal outlasted grunge. It goes to show how important all of these records were. Like, he was ascending on the debut. Second Sighting killed it so much that you bring back Anton Fig, you bring in Richie Scarlett, you bring back Eddie Kramer, and you make a great album. It was a great Too Little Too Late. The ship had already sank. Anything else?
No, this was an exhausting review.
Yeah, it was exhausting. It was work. It
Yeah.
was it may have been more work for me than the original or the Vinnie Vincent Invasion debut. I'm not saying it's worse, but it's more work because it's more of a letdown. Even, you know,
That Vincent Invasion album, I would prefer that. If I'm choosing an album, I'm picking that one over this.
well, I was trying to be nice there. The honest answer is, if I'm choosing an album, I'm choosing Vinny's album.
I'll go one further. I think if Ace had to pick, he's picking Vinny's album over this one.
If you're listening to us on any of the podcast platforms, please leave us a review. And if you just found us, check out our past episodes. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel and you like this episode, please consider hitting the like button, just like the nice fella here that always says something nice about everything, and leave us a comment. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes, just like that guy. And check out these episodes right here. As always, if you made it this far, thank you for supporting us. And don't ever forget, lead with love and take care of each other. Peace out,
Absolutely.
Hooligan Nation.